Go the distance for what it is that you wish to achieve. Or if you do not, no one else will. Do you wish for such things to happen? To what it is that is your ability to show upon what it is you can? No matter if it's near or far. Go the distance, no matter near or far. For you are the only one that will. Does it matter if it is difficult? Is it not worth it, even if it is difficult? Many choose not to go the distance, and then complain about how it is they did not make that distance. It was that you were steady and true. These were words that would not be said by you. You must be consistent, regardless the distance, regardless the amount of time that it takes to get that distance. Only ones that are successful are ones that are willing to go the distance, to show that they are able. With their actions, they prove upon the fact that they are able. Yes, it might be difficult, might take you some time to get to where it is. As long as you're consistent, you can go the distance, regardless how far or how long it might take. Why would you take and hesitate? Do you really wish to have someone question why it is you did not do something, not knowing that they're questioning? You ever have that moment when you would say, man, it'd be nice to have whatever that may be. Maybe a new idea or something in the lines of that, or an invention or whatever, or a different way that the service is done, to where it would be more efficient. Next time you say that, just remember this as you say that. You're asking that person that would have been responsible for that, more than likely, why they did not pursue it. Or it might be an idea that you could pursue. Go the distance, and you never know what kinds of things can come to you. The farther things you go, the newer things that you are able to do as it is that you grow. Could have been an idea that you just had. Would you let it just sit there and not have what it is that you just asked a question about? Man, it'd be nice if it worked this way. Man, it'd be nice if they had this kind of thing for this. It'd be nice if... Why are you using that word if? Instead, you could be saying, you know what? That's an idea, I can do this. No matter if it might be something similar, as long as it is different enough. It is not similar. So many times you have ideas of what you could do, and it's right there, right in front of you. But you see the distance that you have to go, and you choose not to go. When you could be the only one that could be capable, but yet, without effort, you say you are not capable. The distance is worth it. You learn many things as it is. It will prove that it is worth it. The process is probably the funnest part. Yet, you lose your willingness and get a hardened heart. Well, you do not see the success right away. You have not gone the proper distance. If you wish to have more of an analogy, I will give it to you. Very simple, too. Say that you are on the 10-yard line. You go to the 5-yard line and stop. You only had 5 more yards to go, but you didn't go the distance. So you cannot have a touchdown, for you have not gone the proper distance. These ideas, aspirations, dreams, are you sitting on the 5-yard line? Scoreboard watching? When you could be making a score if you only went 5 more yards. You gonna sit there and kneel at the 5-yard line? Not go the rest of the distance? For all 4 downs? Or are you going to actually do a play to get that touchdown? You're the one that chooses if you do or not. Stop thinking you cannot go the distance, no matter near or far. For ones with a passion, it is not near or far. It is just the way they need to go. The distance they do not care and they do not wish to know, because they know that every action is a play that they're making to make it past that 5-yard line until they cross the touchdown line. Is the distance really that far? For your aspiration, is it? No matter if it's personal growth, business, or anything else, is it really that far? For some, they complain that it's too far. But you'd be sitting on the 5-yard line. Realize 5 yards is not very far to go. Right? Go the distance. Even if you're at the other side, and you're making it to that 5-yard line. Is it really that much of a distance? Do you have what it is you need to go the distance? No matter if it's resilience, persistence, concentration, devotion, to listen and heed. For when it is that maybe there's an idea that you have not seen, or are you settling for less than the final 5 yards that you could get? Go the distance. At least at that point, you can say you tried to go the distance. 5 yards might be hard to get, though. You might get a quarter of a yard, maybe half a yard, maybe 1/8 of a yard. But every bit towards that touchdown line does not mean much more than you have somewhere you must go, no matter what kind of resistance as well. For you are the one that decides what can and cannot happen, regardless if others think or try to make it happen. When you choose to go the distance, regardless on how far it happens to be the distance, you do not have 4 downs. You have until you are finally amongst the ground. So, no matter how many of these yards you get, progress is what it is that you need to get. No matter if it is 1/24th of a yard, doesn't matter, it means you've gained that yard, or that portion of it. Doesn't matter if it is 1/48th. Whatever number you can imagine. Go the distance. The prosperity is there, you just have to go the distance. No matter if there's one that tries to stop you or not. Prove to them that you get yards and they do not. No matter situation or individual. Prove to them that they, as far as situation or individual, they have no say. It is you that gets the yards, not them. No matter how it is. As long as you actually run a play, you get some kind of yards upon that day. Go the distance. Do not allow anyone to stop you from going the distance. If it is they try, they are intimidated by what it is that you try. You are a threat. If there are ones that do not wish for you to, yards for you to get, it proves that you are amongst ones that they are scared of. And for good reason they happen to be scared of. Because you are willing to go the distance when it is that they are not. They are nothing but one that is weak. No yards will they get not. Not something capable by them. For they stop amongst the 5-yard line. Why it is that you do not. They kneel, and it is that you do not. So go the distance, regardless if it's close or not. You are the one that can and cannot. Only by what it is you believe and choose to do can you prove that in this spot. And no matter if it is situation, no matter if it is one of flesh or not, no matter if it is principalities and other things upon this spot, go the distance and prove that they have no say, even if it is that it does not go your way. Still prove upon the fact that there is nothing that they can accomplish with what it is that they try to get with that. Going the distance is a lonely road, for only ones with success are going along this road, or ones that happen to be amongst the process. They enjoy the process, going the distance, learning upon what it is that they need. No matter if it is information or experience they need. At every turn amongst the distance, there's something new you could learn or get knowledge about in that distance. But if it is that you choose to sit amongst the 5-yard line, so many things you do not get to learn or experience amongst that 5-yard line. But you're the one that decides it. So what is it? What will you do? Have you decided it? Will you stand in front of your opposition and boldly make plays, even when others would not upon these days? Will you prove what it is that is internal, to prove upon the fact you can go the distance by showing what you need to on the external? Going the distance is doing things even when another would not. Doing things even when you wish not. Knowing that no one else will complete, for you are the only one that is able to complete. No matter if another thinks or believes, it's impossible, for you have already accomplished impossible things. Merely by the willingness, you have proven that, especially if you are amongst the 98. Very few ever act amongst the 98. But when they do, you see traits that are unique in their own way. For many that might be amongst the 2%. That was given, it was not earned. So they do not truthfully learn the resilience and other things such as this. Not always the case, though. Many have made themselves from nothing to where it is now they are something. But they did not do that by merely standing by, not choosing to go the distance. Will you choose to go the distance? No matter how many yards it is that you need to go. You never know how many you've already went. You can know the standards of what it is that most have went. But not always the case. Depends on your field and how it is you present yourself in this place. The first impression of what it is that one sees from you. If it is something unique, once one's noticed you, that is when the true part starts. Amongst the funnest of all the parts. Or it just makes you wish to have it more. But when it starts, a lot of times, it does not seem as it is that it's more. The distance sometimes seems insurmountable. But you're the one that decides if it is surmountable. The distance is not what it is that matters. It is within your diligent matters. Consistency is the key, as well as persistence. Kind of hard to not notice someone that shows both of these, and shows they'll go the distance, regardless if one happens to see or acknowledge such things. But also the reason many just wish to be successful, but they have a selfish reason. There was once one that said something to me. My response was, well, how it feels to me. There was one that talked about when I first started my videos. Oh, your channel's nice, but no one's watching. My reply was very good to that. It was simple as well. I'm doing this. I'm just inviting you to watch. What happens if you just do it? And you know eventually someone will watch, but that is not what it is. That is your source of motivation in that spot. For what it is that you practice alone. Eventually, you will be rewarded in public. Not saying that is not the goal. Because I know that, regardless, I will be successful in this. And what it is that I'm doing with this. And many will see. Regardless, upon, if another thinks they will not see. If that makes any sense. To do it any other way is a selfish reason. That's part of the reason why I never let anyone know that I'm going live. If you wish to watch it, you will. If you don't, then you won't. If you wish to have success, more than likely you will. If it is that you just wish to continue to be as it is that you are, without wishing to go the distance and go far, then you will be one that never watches, never listens. Do not wish to be one that glistens. Do not comprehend upon what it is that might been said to you, even by ones other than myself have said to you. Believe not in yourself as you. No things will you ever accomplish, for you do not wish to do. The only thing that concerns you is yourself, not realizing that you are living a less than yourself version that will always be below. For the distance you sit at the 5-yard line, and nowhere do you go. For you do not see reason. You do not know that you are better upon this season. You do not wish to hear things that could help you to achieve such things. You only wish to be entertained amongst whatever it is that is your things. Watching things that are negative that will never help you. Wondering why it is that no one will help you. The distance you never go. Unless it is that finally you decide to go. Or at the end of your life. This is what it was that will show. As it is before it is that you finally go amongst the ground. You will regret every time that you chose not to go those yards. Regret upon the fact you have kneeled at the 5 yards. And there will be nothing more that you can do. And the part that will bother you is that that decision was made by you. For ones that would listen and then turn away. You do not wish to be successful upon this day. Enough about that. But what about the ones that wish to go the distance? How does this help you to go the distance? To know upon the fact what it is that you need to do. And from what it is that I just said previously to you. You will know what it is that is the plague. The average. The one that kills dreams upon this day. Choosing to be less than what it is that you could be. Choosing to be something less. As far as the best version of you that you could possibly get. This gets rid of many that choose not to be amongst the 2%. Or there's another thing this possibly does. Remind them of what it is that they do not do. But for the ones that wish to be successful. How? By listening to me or someone else that does such things as I do, can help you. It's fairly simple. here to encourage you, to remind you that you are more, to remind you that you are the only one that has the key to that door. You either open it, or you lock it and keep it shut, until it is at the end of your life that you regret that you left it shut. What can you do if it is that you turn away from someone trying to help you upon this day? Maybe you do not understand what it is I say. Fairly simple upon what it is I say. I do it with poetry, yes. Many things expand the mind. Intelligence. Learning what it is that you need to do. How is it that this can possibly help you? Going the distance for ones like I have described before. They do not wish to have more. They wish to live in a way that they just have that instant gratification, not knowing that they eventually will regret that upon one day. I will not say that I do not have things I regret. Not choosing to do this earlier is one, even though I had the idea. But also I did not have the motivations to do such things then. What motivations do you have? Do you have any? Going the distance? You have to have many. Why would it be that you would not? You wonder why it is that you have not got progress? Maybe your reasons you have not. No matter what it might be. But also within what it is. That is, within your dream. You must know what fits along with, and what does not. What can be a distraction from the distance, and what cannot. Knowing how far, and possibly how long, can make it to where any doubt is completely gone. And aiming upon a farther distance than what it is you wish to have been gone, can help you to where farther than that you can actually have gone. Judging the distance. For what you wish to do you know what the distance is? And I don't necessarily mean how far away, as far as the time or whatever. I mean the standards. If it is ones that are successful or are specifically very good at one thing, you have to at least be good at that one thing. You have to at least provide what it is that you are supposed to provide within that field, without any issues amongst that field. If it's highly niche-oriented, you must stay within your lane, for the way that you have showed yourself, as far as what it is that you represent, with what it is that is your uniqueness, that is yourself. Be consistent, in whatever way that you need to be consistent. Continue, regardless if one tells you you can or cannot, knowing upon the spot that they are not ones to listen to upon this spot, for ones that have said such things. This you can say they are not. Ones that have pursued a dream, ones that are actively acting towards a dream. For ones that have, they will encourage you for the ones that you have. That is something that you will find. Pay attention to that. The ones that are either going the distance or have already reached, they are ones that will tell you that you can reach. Even if you think you cannot. Even if it is a hard distance. They already know that you are at the 5-yard line as far as your distance. Or you have chosen not to play yet, as far as the yards that you can get. Just trying to encourage you. I will also mention something else. With what it was I was saying about the ones that turn away or do not listen. I'm not necessarily speaking about only what I do, by the way. Because anyone that is speaking positive, to them, they do not listen. For there would be actions if it was they were to listen. For many of ones like that, they just think it's too hard. Even though it is not. It really isn't. The only time it's hard is when you do not have a reason. If you don't have such things as this, how do you expect to do anything? I mean, even within your daily life. I mean, in truth, you do not believe in the one that looks back at you? Even when ones have shown stories or proven upon the fact that these things can be done by you. In fact, for many of it, it is what entertains you. Like actors and other things. Or the short little clips that you happen to have seen. Do you think these ones that have done this have the same mentality when they do this? Do they not? If it was they were not, you would not see that. But you could do the same. You really could. If it was that you decided to go the distance and do it good. Go the distance. It's only 5 yards. And here's the thing. There's many cheering you on to get those yards. But yet you act as if you cannot. What kind of football player would you be? Not a champion, I know that for naught. Unless it was that you chose to go those 5 yards. Going the distance is not very easy. No matter if it is that someone tells you that it's easy. There's another thing I wish to mention about that. Many times you will see one saying, "Oh, be able to do this really quick, blah blah blah, yada yada yada." I hate to tell you, but it doesn't work that way. Now, if they have a system to where you are to do that every day, for however long, and you are to continue it, that is different. But amongst these systems that work like this, one of the few things that they will tell you with this is you must have a reason. Same thing. Consistency, persistence, concentration, devotion, listening or digesting, no matter if it's listening or watching, things that can help you to go the distance, to motivate you regardless what it is. I mean, if you don't like listening to a motivational speaker, or ones that try to help in that kind of general way, there's even motivational music to where there's no words. Did you know that? You wish to know why I know that? What do you think I listen to, why I'm doing what it is I call that? I don't show it because of the fact I don't wish to have any copyright issues. Well, that is until I do my own, which I will not have those issues. There are multiple ways to get motivation. A lot of times, if you watch somebody that's lifting weights, there's something they're always doing while they're doing it. They're listening to music while they're doing it. And a lot of times, it is motivational ones. Not always, but a lot of times. Go the distance. It's not that hard to really go the distance. 5 yards? Granted, it might take you a while to go those 5 yards, but it's not that far. I mean, you're sitting right there. You can see it. You're looking right at it. Well, you can just turn around and go the other way? What in the world? I mean, is that really the way that you wish to have it? Staring at it. You could see it, you could taste it, you could smell it. But yet, you don't pursue it. It's only 5 yards. Be consistent every day. Make up whatever it is that you are supposed to do. Or find out from your field what it is you're supposed to do. Be consistent. You'd be surprised. But you can't just do it for a short amount of time and expect results. For some, that's true. That they do. But for most, no. You're going to go the distance to make sure that you are one that you cannot say that you did not try, or you're just going to sit there and look at the touchdown on the other side of that 5-yard line just to remind you that you'll do that for the rest of your life if you choose not to go those yards. And when you're at the end of it, you'll regret not going those 5 yards. Seriously. It doesn't matter if you say that you will or if it is that you say you will not. That's what's going to happen. Just go the 5 yards. And then you can say, you know what? I have nothing I regret I went those 5 yards. What, do you think maybe failed attempts stop you? That's the catalyst for your growth. If you fail, well, learn from what it is you failed about. Change. Try it again. Until you have your successful end. As far as your aspiration and dream, I know I've said this before, but I'll say it again. Would you have the light bulb if Benjamin Franklin stopped at the first attempt? No, you wouldn't. It took him 1,000 times. You ever watch a Disney movie? You realize that the individual that started that filed bankruptcy 6 times? And there's many other examples of this. So, knowing this, what will you do different? Will you go the difference and prove? Will you go the distance? Or will you not? You're the one that decides it. No matter if it's personal growth, whatever type of growth you're trying to get, business, it doesn't matter what it is. You have to go the distance, or you do not get that touchdown that you're trying to get. Is that the result you wish to get? I mean, is it? Go the 5 yards. The only way you have growth is by failed attempts. Being scared to fail. You are stopping yourself from success. Do you not get this? So instead of doing such things as this, just accept that you might fail at first. But it does not mean that that is the final result. So knowing that you're amongst the 5-yard line, knowing that you have to go the distance if it is that you wish to achieve whatever it is that you wish to achieve, no matter personal growth or something else you wish to achieve. Do you know, first of all, what it is that you wish to achieve? If you got that, then fine. Do you know what the standards are if it is that you're doing within a field? Very well. Do you know if there is any extras that you might be able to provide another does not, that will make it to where they wish to pick you instead of them in this spot? Do you know how to set your specific apart from another to where you can tell the difference? Yours is better. Do you know what possible obstacles you might face in proving that, or for ones to believe that you actually offer that? Do you have a way to prove it? Do you know what it is that you need to go the distance in? Now, I can't tell you what you have to do to go the distance, other than you have to be persistent in whatever it is that is your field. You have to do the research for that yourself. Whatever that distance is, you have to be persistent as it is that you're going that distance. Have to be consistent. Have to do the basics, at least, with repetition, until you do not get it wrong. Because you know what it is that you have to go the distance in. If you're not reaching that, that could possibly explain why you're not getting any business or anything such as that. Other than possibility of exposure, but that is not something that you specifically are in charge of, other than making sure that you get it when you are able. But that is more similar to this. It is better to be prepared for an opportunity and not have one than have one and not be prepared. Going the distance, you are well prepared, well able. You prove it by everything you do, for at that point, you prove you are able. Once the opportunity is shown for you to prove that, then merely doing what it is that you have practiced makes it to where you are where you need to be, at the right time that you need to be. So going the distance, are you aware of what it is that is required to go that distance? Do you have standards amongst what it is that you will hold that another maybe does not? To go the distance and what it is that you believe as far as that? Going the distance to ensure that your service is better than the other? If it is a service you provide, that is. Are you willing to do it in earnest, or are you not? Are you willing to be honest when it comes down to who has put the work in or not? Willing to push past what it is that might be your limit? Whatever that may be as far as your limit? Many struggles can you face going the distance. Like not realizing that that is something you must go, is go the distance. To not know that you will not get results right away. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time before you get to see. But when it is that you do, you compare to what it is that you do. You can predict upon what result you might get from what it is, compared to the action and the result you happen to get. Now, if you're more about quality than results, at least you can tell when it is that you have the quality within the results. Do a lot does not mean much if it is that you do not do it good. Going the distance, though, either way you do it good. Not always easy to tell if you've gone the distance or not, though, unless you have a standard that these things can show. As far as what another happens to have done within your field, profession, or craft, you can tell if it is you have gone far enough if they have not. Many that are amongst specific fields pay attention to what it is that another within their field happens to do. Some do not. Some would rather be authentic, and some do not. Will you go the distance in what it is that you need to do, or will you not? Is it something that affects you? If you choose not. Not always easy. When it is that some claim that it's easy, and give you something for that to make it easy, but then you do not follow such things that make it easy. Must be consistent, or you do not get results that happen to be consistent. If you are, that's a different thing. Only with consistency. As far as what it is that you need to achieve, are you willing to go the distance for that which you wish to achieve? If you're not, the evidence of that is shown regardless in this spot. But if it is that you are, the results of that, proving that you are, that even goes far, putting in the effort that no one else will. That is how some become the greatest in their field, while others do not. That's how ones get business, while others do not. That is why some make leaps and bounds as far as their personal progress, while others do not. It's a difference if it is that you will go the distance, or if it is that you choose not. By the way, I got my Viter stuff. I got the whole canister things. It's pretty good. I don't really have too many issues with that, by the way. Going the distance, making sure that you are able to go the distance. The way that you continue to go, that is the persistence. No matter if it is that you particularly think that you can go the distance, what kinds of things might influence or help you to go the distance? Do you have a support, or do you not? With many difficult things, support is required, while in others, it is not. Do you have such things set up for you? Do you have a support group in some way or another? Ones that you can speak to when you're starting to feel doubt, or maybe a question that you have as far as which way should I go? If you do, that will help you. If it is that you do not, need to find one in this spot. In some way or another. It is amongst many resources that you could use for whatever it is that you need to go the distance. For there are many that help as far as emotional or other types of help. Going the distance. These are things you might have to deal with going the distance. Also, though, something that helps with this, and the reason why I say this. Do you know anything about ones that do, well, for some they would call this extreme camping, but the ones that would do like climbing of mountains and other things, or the ones that would hike for weeks or more? Do you know what they do with their packs? They weigh them down to a very specific weight. The less weight that they can have on that, the farther distance they can go without any issues. It's a very important thing amongst that particular thing to do. The lighter you can make your pack, the farther you can go without having to stop. Now, me speaking about the distance, do you think that has anything to do with your distance? Remember how I spoke of a support group? Using the resources that you are very able to use and other things. Depends on how much you can actually handle. Some people do not have as much stress tolerance compared to others. Some can handle it as it is nothing. Handle theirs plus another's. But many they cannot deal with their own. So any spot where within this distance you need to make sure that your pack is a bit lighter and use resources to ensure that upon the fact it is lighter, why would you not do that? I specifically speak of that for one reason, actually. That's what these are made for. Specific company that goes towards camping and light. Now, if you're into like energy drinks and other things, you can't really be carrying those along with you. You can carry an empty container, but it's much easier to take like a mint. It weighs less. So with that, I'll give a little rhyme about that. I've been wanting to do this for a little bit, so I'll go ahead and do it. If you wish to have energy on the go, it's very clear that it's Viter the way to go. That was actually kind of fun with that, but I got a few others too, actually. Need an energy, but no water. Viter, for this you do not need water. Anyway, enough about that. So going the distance, do you pack light enough? Do you not? Do you know what you need to do and what it is that you do not? Do you have what it is required to help you go that distance? Regardless, maybe something that gives you vigor in that distance. or passion in what it is that you do? Or is it something that this concept could be new? The distance means a lot. And you are amongst the 5-yard line in this spot. But if it is that you worry about too much, maybe failed attempts, being scared to fail, you realize that is your leading to success. For the most part, you will not be successful in the first attempt. As far as aspirations in your dreams or business or anything else like that, if you're showing persistence, that is when it is that you get this. No matter what it is that you might have to do. Is it something that you're willing to do? To go the distance, you have to be willing to do that first. If you're not, well, that's very easily found in this spot. You stop and never carry on. Your vigor and your passion is gone. Your zeal is no longer present, for you think too much, possibly of the past or the present, as far as where it is that you wish to be. You should be thinking of the distance of where it is you wish to be, not where it is that you are now. Does that mean that you do not pay attention to what it is that is happening around you now? But you must have goals and other things that are more and past the present that you would call now. To go the distance, you must know where it is you're going first, or at least where it is that you wish to go first. It's harder than you know to go the distance. Many, either they pack too heavy, so they give up because their pack is too heavy, or they do not see the progress that they think they should at that point. But is it compared to what it is that you're putting in? There's a way you can tell. Comparison upon your result as far as what you're putting in. Compare your results as far as what it is that you get. You wish to have a small example. If it is that you work 40 hours, how much do you get for your 40 hours? If it is that you work 30 hours, how much do you get for that? If you work 20, how much do you get for that? If you work 10, how much do you get with that? You wonder why you're not seeing the results that you're expecting. Maybe it's a little bit more distance to get the results you're expecting. And why I say this is very simple. You aim too low. So the results are less than in truth you wish to go. Not getting the results you wish, aim higher and you will get this. It just proves that you're not aiming high enough. If you're shooting an arrow, it does not go directly where you're aiming. If there's any distance between where it is that you are and where it is that you're aiming, you wish to hit your target, or do you wish to miss it? Aim higher, you're more likely to hit it, not miss it. You also must match the way that you're aiming for it with the relative force of where the arrow is going and how much you have to have that arrow reinforced for it to be where it is that you wish for it to be going. You do not know anything about bows and arrows. You think, oh, it's just an arrow. No, they're rated, actually. If you take an arrow that's rated for 30 pounds and put it in a bow that does 70, and you have it set at 70, your arrow will either break because of the mere force behind it, or it won't go where it is that you actually wish for it to go. And about that, fairly simple to explain that. When it is that you declare what it is you wish to do, that is the bow representation to you. The arrow is the actions that follow. If your actions are not big enough for what it is that you have said, they are not rated for what it is that you have just said. So what happens? Fairly simple. So going that distance, do you have the actions that prove upon the fact you say you will go that distance? Or do you not? No matter what it is that you say or declare, no matter if it's personal growth, business, or anything else, they have to match. Or you'll find out pretty quick that they don't. So going that distance, do you know what is required for you to go that distance? That is considered as your actions as well, by the way. Oh, I don't have everything I need. Okay, well, what do you know about other than that? Do you know what's required for you to go that distance? Are you packing too heavy? Are you packing too light? Do you even have any vigor? Do you have any fight? Do you last? Do you not? Do you know how to properly do such things in this spot? Do you know what it takes to be in that place? Regardless what it is that place. To go the distance is the only way. If not, you might want to find out. Got a good one for you as well. Try this and see what happens. Use the normal actions that you say about what it is that you're gonna try to do. And then do this as well. Up that effort. Compare the results. Then do it again, but increase the effort even more. And then increase it some more. And then increase it some more and see what your results are. You'd be surprised. If it is that your effort is as much as what it is that you're saying, you'll find out what effort is required for what it is that you are saying. Many do not realize what it is that they say, and then they wonder why they are not successful upon that day. Requires more effort than what it is they put in. The farther the distance you need, the more relative force must be behind the actions that you are performing. Another thing that's interesting I wish to mention about some of this. So many people just do not realize this. And these are things I've already said, by the way. As far as the whole thing with the bow being your actions, as well as the words. Now that may or may not make sense. Particularly the string. But it has to have something that is projected out of the string. Because the arrow actually sits inside when you release it. Either A, if you have no arrow, it makes it just a sound, but there's nothing that follows. Or there's an arrow that follows. Which of those two sound more like actions and which ones do not? I said that in a game video on YouTube that I've already done. A long time ago, actually. But going the distance. Are you able and willing to go the distance? But the part about the able, no matter what you say, technically speaking, you are able.